In the very same distant mountain monastery where Haku, the silent monk, lived, was a young novice named Rin. Rin was eager to learn the way of Zen, but suffered from his temper. He often spoke without thinking, his words sharp and cutting, though he never intended to cause harm to anyone. One evening, heated words over what compassion meant ended up with Rin throwing an angry comment at fellow novice Taro. "You fool," she cried. "You wouldn't comprehend compassion even if it were to slap you across the face. You are selfish enough that you cannot think past your own belly." The room was quiet now. Taro's face paled as he silently strode out. Rin immediately regretted his words, but pride kept him from apologizing. Over the next few days, he noticed Taro avoiding him, his usual cheerful demeanor replaced by a quiet sadness. Rin's guilt grew, but he didn't know how to make things right. Finally, he sought out Haku, hoping the wise monk could help him. "Master Haku," Rin began, "I said something terrible to Taro. I did not want to hurt him, but I was too rough with my words. Now, he does not even look at me. What do I do?" Haku looked at Rin with a very calm yet piercing gaze. Then, he just picked a feather pillow that lay on his meditation mat, stood up, and gave it to Rin. "Take this," he said. "Cut this open." Confused, but he obeyed. He took a small knife and slit the pillow open. Feathers spilled out, scattering in the wind and floating across the monastery grounds. Haku gestured to the feathers. "Now, gather them all and put them back into the pillow." Rin stared at the monk in disbelief. "Master, that's impossible. The feathers have flown everywhere. I can't possibly collect them all." Haku nodded. "Just as you cannot gather every feather, you cannot take back the words you have spoken. Once they leave your mouth, they scatter like these feathers, carried by the wind to places you cannot reach. They may land softly, or they may pierce like thorns, but once spoken, they are beyond your control." Rin's shoulders slumped as the weight of Haku's words sank in. "But master, how can I make amends? How can I heal the wound I've caused?" Haku placed a hand on Rin's shoulder. "You cannot undo what has been done, but you can choose your next words with care. Apologize sincerely, not with excuses, but with humility. And in the future, remember, words are like arrows. Once released, they cannot be called back. Mentor them well." Rin bowed deeply, his eyes welling up with tears. He went to find Taro later that afternoon and apologized from the heart. "Taro, I was wrong to speak with you in that manner. My words were cruel and unthinking. I am very sorry for the pain I caused you." Taro still hurt but nodded. "Thanks for apologizing. It is going to take time, but thank you for your candor." Weeks later, Rin made efforts to patch up the ill relationship between him and Taro. He started picking up mindfulness in the actual speech by selecting his words with caution and only when absolutely necessary. He saw that his relationships improved not only with Taro, but with everyone around him. Then, one evening, sitting by a bubbling stream that Kaido had once sought a clear understanding, Rin reflects on Haku's lesson. As words would bridge or burn across or heal or hurt, that was between himself and them. Years later, after becoming a teacher himself at the monastery, Rin would often recount Haku's lesson to his students. He would hand them a feather pillow and a knife, watching as their eyes widened in understanding when the feathers scattered. Words are powerful and irreversible. Once spoken, they can either heal or harm, uplift or destroy. Undefined, choose them with care, for they carry the weight of your intentions and the potential to shape the world around you. True wisdom is in knowing what your words will do and using them to bring light, not darkness. If this story inspired you, please like this video, leave a comment about what it taught you, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Don't forget to subscribe for more uplifting content and life-changing stories. Together, let's spread positivity,